So, it's another day in the workroom. And May was the first to go home. Marie is pissed, but I'm not crying. If anything, my nose hasn't smelt fresh air like this in a long time. At least the rest of these girls know how to take a shower.
Devin wipes away the mirror message. Sonia says she's glad May's gone. Marie rolls her eyes, and Marie says Sonia won't shut up about it. Sonia tells Marie not to start with her. Julika cuts in and tells them both to stop fighting. Marie just smirks and asks if they can start the challenge already.
I'm not going to let Marie talk down to me about feeling good May left. May is a nightmare, and maybe Marie should spend more time checking her sister's behavior if she has a problem with it.
Honestly, I can't imagine the position Marie is in right now. I'll admit, May was really annoying. But that's still her sister, and I can't imagine trying to be sad that her sister is gone while the rest of the group doesn't want to hear it because they want to throw a party.
Mai asks the girls which producer they think she'd have to sleep with to get a win. The queens laugh. Devin says to ask Aelita. Aelita asks what Devin means. Devin says how else did she get on season 2? There's a moment of silence, and Devin awkwardly laughs while Aelita glares at him. Julie says she better put herself between the two. She then tells Devin to stop, she's already too busy trying to keep Marie and Blaze from killing each other. Julie says they're one fight away from it descending into a bloodbath in here. The queens start to giggle. Aelita says they can settle this now. Julika says that's a great idea. She then asks Keith what he did with the knives from the talent show. The queens start laughing, and Keith says production took them. Aelita walks over to Devin. The queens around the two back away carefully. Aelita puts her hand on the side of his face. She then tells him, "Look, I'm not mad, okay?" Devin giggles a bit and says okay. Aelita then says, "I want you to know that I would never, ever." She then quickly charges up her arm, and fake slaps him across the face. Devin runs back screaming, holding his cheek. The queens burst into laughter as Devin runs around the room wailing. He runs over to his station still screaming, puts on a blonde wig and runs around the room screaming. Mai collapses onto the table from laughter. Marie says karma, that's for eliminating my sister. The queens laugh again, while Sonia rolls her eyes. Devin continues to run around the room, until he death drops in the corner and stops moving. The queens are laughing. Flygon says someone should check if he's still breathing. Marie volunteers to give him mouth-to-mouth, and Devin on cue immediately gets up and says he's alright. The queens erupt into laughter, as Marie just looks gagged, and Devin quickly moves to hide behind Keith.
He is just too intimidated by all the beauty that I am.
This is why I should have said I was still with Carrie. I'm too much of a trade for my own good.
My queens, what a bunch of squares you are. The triangle of life isn't so rigid. Stars you strive to be. But remember, go with the flow because every shape fits into the circle.
What in the dodecahedron?
Hello my queens. Last week was an incredible display of your charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. We've seen what brought you all here, now we want to see what you've brought with you. That's why for this week's runway challenge, we want to see triangles, squares, cubes. Category is geometric gorgeous. A runway look constructed using geometric shapes. You will be judged by one of the leading designers in New York, Paris, and London. Audrey Bourgeois, who also happens to be the mother of Chloe Bourgeois.
We're getting judged by Chloe's mom. Oh god, I remember what she said to her daughter back on season 1 in her message from home. Allura told me they had to edit it down because it was just too cruel to air. She's like Chloe but 10 times viler. This is not going to be a good night for us.
Shoes for this week will be provided by Cresselia Footwear. High-quality drag shoes, and all proceeds go to Cresselia's charity for baby Pokemon. Good luck queens, and don't fuck it up. Blaze is picking up her shoes. Marie is already at the table. As Marie turns to leave, she tells Blaze, by the way, those are going to make you look like a cow. She then walks off. Blaze just stares at her as she leaves, then shakes her head and walks back to her station.
What a bitch. That must be where May gets it from.
I don't hold back. The bitch picked my lipstick. I'm not worried about her feelings.
Devin comes over to Keith's station. Keith says hi. Devin asks what he's doing. Keith picks up a piece of paper, he then picks up his shoes and says in a monotone voice, "I'm just appreciating the beauty and quality of these Cresselia footwear shoes. They're so comfortable and stylish, and I really appreciate how all the proceeds go to charity." Devin says cool, he asks if they can talk. Keith says sure. Devin is quiet for a moment, then he says he knows it's been a bit awkward between them because they haven't talked since season 3. Keith turns and looks at Devin. Keith asks what he's talking about.
I honestly haven't thought about season 3 once this whole competition. I've just been trying to win.
Devin is surprised, then he points out yesterday how he only said hi to him when he came in. Keith says, yeah, and I was just saying hi. Devin then asks why they didn't talk while doing their makeup until Julika came over. Keith asks if they were supposed to talk? Devin is staring at him with his jaw dropped. He then laughs to himself, and says, I suppose we didn't need to talk. Keith says okay. The room goes silent, as Keith walks over to grab a look, and Devin asks if he can work at Keith's station today. Keith says sure, and asks Devin if he wants to see his look. Devin says sure.
So, Keith left season 3, and didn't even remember our fighting all season. So, while I was just worried about whether he was willing to forgive me, he was just vibing without a care. Wow, I worried over nothing.
I need to get a win soon. I can't fall too far behind the other queens, otherwise it will be too difficult to catch up to the group. But I've brought with me a great runway. Princess Allura helped me make it, and I know it'll be exactly what I need to win today.
Julie and Aelita are preparing their looks. Aelita is looking for any tears on their outfits, when she asks where Blaze is. Julie said she's grabbing her runway look. Aelita says she's been gone a while. Julie says she's a bit gagged, she wanted to keep May. Aelita says yeah, and asks how she's been taking it. Julie says Blaze is taking it hard, perhaps she was telling the truth. Aelita says they should check on her.
Listen, Blaze got very worked up over what went down last episode, and I do want to see if she's alright. But this is a competition, and it's all about who you know. So, I need to take care of myself first.
Julie tells Aelita she wants to talk with her about something. Aelita asks what. Julie says this is all stars, and in the end, it's going to come down to who likes you and who doesn't. Julie asks Aelita if she'd like to form an alliance with her. Aelita glances around the room, and tells Julie she's down for an alliance. Julie tells Aelita she was thinking how the two of them could branch out to protect each other. Julie asks Aelita if she's close with any of the season 1 queens. Aelita says she's done stuff with Roberta and Mai before, she thinks she's good with them. Aelita says she and Marie chat over social media DMs, and she might be able to be close to her. Julie says she might want to get close to the remaining season 4 girls. Aelita asks if they should get close to Marie or Sonia and Blaze, as they can't do both. Not without bringing the drama into their alliance. Julie thinks for a minute, then says that they should wait a week to see how the feud with the girls play out before they try too hard to get close to either side. Aelita says she's going to go check on Blaze. Julie says good luck.
So, what Julie's suggesting it could work, but I'm worried about casting too wide of a net. Too many queens means we're less safe the later weeks of the competition. That is why what is happening?
Blamely, you need to stop it. You need to save.
Did you see that? Never mind. Anyways, that's why I want a smaller alliance. It's less likely to break.
Mai is preparing her runway. Roberta comes over with a wig with a lot of split hairs. Mai stops dead in her tracks and asks Roberta why she still has that. Roberta says it got ruined on the flight over. Mai asks how, and Roberta says she didn't actually bother to check its quality. She stuffed as many wigs in a bag as she could. Set a few special aside and then left. Roberta asks Mai if she wants to say a few words before she chucks it in the garbage. Mai clears her throat, she then makes a little prayer for Roberta's split ends wig that she should have thrown away before she got here. She hopes it has a good time in wig heaven where the wigs never have split ends and are all 40 inches of real human hair. Roberta says amen and walks off laughing. Julika comes over and asks Mai what's so funny. Mai tells her she just missed the wig that Roberta old yellered.
So, Julika and I met back on season 4. I was her makeover partner for the makeover challenge. I think we should have won. But I had a great time with her, and we've been friends on social media ever since.
I honestly am glad Mai is here, because being one of the newest queens on this season, I don't have any connections to queens that weren't on my season or worked locally. But Mai is someone I know I can talk to, and it's great to know I have friends in this workroom.
Julika asks Mai how it feels to come back after so long. Mai says it's incredible. She cannot begin to describe the places she has gone since season 4. Mai tells Julika that their original seasons can give them a push, but it's every second they use after they get off this set that defines what becomes of them in their careers. Julika says Mai is the definition of blamely getting it wrong the first time. Mai laughs and warns her that blamely is right behind her. Julika jumps, and Mai collapses onto the table laughing.
Listen here when I tell you, it doesn't matter who you walked in here as. It's what you do in this competition and on that stage is what matters. Take that energy into everything, and you'll be surprised the doors it will open for you. On season 1, I was just a queen who went out early. But here, I'm an all-star, like everyone else. And I am here to earn a crown.
Sonia is bringing her heels over to her station. She looks around and sees Julika and Mai chatting in the distance. Sonia looks around and gets to work.
Coming in, I thought Julika and I would be working together more. But I see that she's spending time with other queens. Everyone seems to have already found their cliques. I think I'll be working alone today.
You know what I love? The smell of blood in the water.
Flygon comes over and asks Sonia if she can work at her station today. Sonia is quiet for a moment. She says she needs to think about it. After a minute of silence, Sonia says no. Flygon asks if she's sure, and Sonia says she's quite sure. Flygon just says that Sonia seems a bit lonely. Sonia says she's fine. Flygon asks her what she thinks of the other queens. Sonia says nothing. Flygon says she knows the other queens say mean things about her behind her back. Sonia says yeah right. Flygon says they'd say it to her face. Sonia asks what, and Flygon says that she isn't ready for All Stars. Everyone thinks she isn't ready. Flygon then wonders out loud if Julika has started to think that too, and flies off to her station.
I hate to listen to Flygon. But she isn't lying about the other queens. I know they think I'm overconfident. And some of them have repeatedly asked if I am really ready for All Stars. They're all trying to be supportive, but they don't expect much from me. I do really hope Julika isn't leaving me behind.
Julika, Roberta, and Mai are chatting when Sonia walks over. The queens say hi to Sonia. Sonia asks Julika if they can talk. Julika says they can. Roberta asks Sonia if she'd like to work at their station. Sonia is quiet and asks Roberta if she's going to make any comments about her not being ready for All Stars. The queens are quiet and looking at each other confused. Roberta says she isn't even thinking about it. Sonia asks then why Mai and her were so worried for her coming back so soon when she walked in. Roberta says because she is fresh off her season and says that she didn't have as much time to prepare. Sonia says she thinks they wanted to psyche her out because they were afraid. Mai says they hope she is competition, but so is everyone in this room. Julika tries to cut in and ask Sonia to step aside, but Sonia ignores her, asking Roberta and Mai why everyone is so convinced she isn't ready for All Stars. Roberta says she isn't sure Sonia is. Sonia is gagged, and Roberta doubles down if she wants the truth she will give her the truth. Roberta tells Sonia she's known many of the queens in this workroom for a while. She's seen them perform, she's seen them struggle. She's seen them grow, she's watched them evolve, and what she's seen from most of these queens, she has yet to see from Sonia. Sonia is quiet, and Roberta adds that she thinks Sonia has the potential to reach that point, but All Stars isn't the place to do it. Sonia says that she went farther on her season than either of them. Roberta says good for you. Mai admits she'd likely have reacted the same way for almost any other queen from season 4. She just was always going to worry if the queens from the most recent season would really be ready for All Stars so soon. Mai apologizes and admits it's not fair to her to not treat her like an all-star. Mai says she doesn't want to count anyone out, and she'd love to see Sonia prove her wrong. Mai then tells Sonia they all know she made it close to the end. But says that it doesn't matter who you are when you walk in. It's what you do on that stage. Mai then says she'd like to see Sonia go out on that stage and prove everyone wrong. Roberta adds the offer to work at their station is still on the table, no one here wants to see her fail. Sonia tells them she's going to win the challenge, and when she does, they better not land in the bottom. She then storms off. Julika says she's going to check on her and walks off after her. Roberta turns to Mai and says the girls are cracking. After a moment of silence, she says it's episode 2. Mai giggles and says it's going to be a long season. Roberta says she can say that again and gets back to brushing her wig.
She's the one who wanted the truth. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Sonia is squinting her eyes and rubbing her forehead. Julika asks Sonia if she's alright. Sonia asks Julika if she agrees with them. Julika asks Sonia why she would even think that. Sonia asks again, and Julika says no. Julika says she's always going to be in Sonia's corner. Sonia asks her why then she is spending time with the queens who want to tear her down. Julika says she didn't expect them to suddenly say she wasn't ready. Sonia says she can't right now, and walks out of the workroom. Julika calls after her, but she doesn't respond. Julika just says fuck to herself under her breath.
I can't with Julika right now. Those bitches want to see me fail. I can't talk to her right now.
God. Fuck this entire situation.
Julie asks Julika why Sonia just walked out of the workroom. Julika says that everyone doubts Sonia's ready, but they didn't have to tell her that to her face. Julie asks what happened, and Julika explained. Julie says it's not something Julika can do anything about right now. She also tells Julika not to let her feelings over this affect the race right now. Julika stares at her confused. Julie says that Sonia doesn't realize this right now, but you do need queens looking out for you in All Stars. Julie tells her she doesn't have to like what was said, but Sonia's business, and she can't let Sonia's drama affect her performance. Julika thanks Julie, then says she's going to check on Sonia. Julie wishes her luck.
We did not have drama like this on my season. These queens are crazy. I'd like to get close to Julika and Sonia. But I also worry Sonia isn't really in a place where she can take the heat of this competition.
Blaze is doing her makeup. Marie comes over and says, "How are you doing, you ugly cat?" Blaze says real mature, and Marie says she doesn't need to be mature, she needs to win. Marie warns her she won't like the stone-cold dish of rotted karma heading her way. Blaze says she's not the one who will be going down. Marie says you've never messed with a canker, we always get our revenge. Blaze turns to look her in the eyes, and says she's got no problems punching a bitch. Marie asks Blaze if she's too much of a cowardly bitch. Blaze screams, "What are you waiting for?" Marie smirks and shouts that she's waiting for Blaze to realize she's not match for her. Blaze says because she's above her. Aelita runs in between the two, and shouts that's enough. Blaze and Marie stare each other down, before Marie smirks and walks off. Aelita asks Blaze if she's alright. Blaze puts her hands over her face and says this season was supposed to be about making friendships. Aelita pulls Blaze into a hug, and says she doesn't need any more amazing friendships, because she has all her season 2 sisters that aren't named Garchomp or Scott. Blaze laughs, and thanks Aelita. Welcome to the main stage of Cartoon Drag Race Toon Madness. I'm your host, Blanley. Please welcome our extra special guest judge, it's Audrey Bourgeois. Audrey, how's Chloe?
Ah yes, Cabbage is out disappointing me somewhere. Being useless, utterly useless.
That is something. Our resident judge Bill is out on sick leave, or what I suspect is a booty call. This week our queens were tasked with bringing it on the runway. Category is Geometric Gorgeous, Racers, Start Your Engines, and May the Best Drag Artist win. Category is Geometric Gorgeous. Roberta Tubbs, Julie, Marie Kanker, Mai Valentine, and Keith Slade the runway.
So, I get out on the runway. I'm wearing a pyramid cutout. The pyramid is hollow, only showing its edges, and you can see my sphere underneath. I'm feeling the fantasy, and then suddenly I feel a shift, and my heel it just shifts right under me. I lose my balance for a moment, but I save it, and I lock eyes with Blanley. I really hope this isn't going to count against me.
I was feeling really great about this outfit, but then I get to the stage and my heels broke. Please don't dock me for this, I don't own these heels. Anyways, I credit this outfit to Double D. He made this runway for me as a peace offering after our feud over my previous runway package. I paid him for a few other runways this season, and I'm satisfied with how they turned out. I'm dressed as a half of a sphere, aka, I'm half of an orange. And I'm bringing all the vitamin D. Vitamin Double D.
So, I get out on the runway, and a piece of my heels pops off and skids across the stage, disappearing into the black hole Toon madness was built atop of. And as I walk, I feel a wobble from them with every step. And I'm just praying I don't trip and fall. Tonight, I'm wearing a pyramid from my hip to my shoulder. I got a breast exposed, and I've covered it up with a nude pasty. I got another pyramid jetting out from the bottom. I look like a giant arrow on this stage, and it's beautiful.
So, I'm wearing a large cone coat. My coat's shape is being held by wires at the bottom. I get to the end of the stage, to reveal a red floor-length dress made of various cubes, spheres, and cones. And I'm walking slowly, because I lost a heel when I came out, but the judges didn't see that.
Devin, Julika Kufane, and Sonia Nevermind had a great runway.
So, I get out on the runway, and as I walk up to the judges, my heel breaks, and I trip right in front of the judges. And I'm just feeling so upset. I know last week Marie was thrown into the bottom for a heel breaking, and I just feel like everyone is waiting for me to prove I'm not ready. And I just gave them that opportunity.
I don't know what happened, but after Sonia walked down the runway, production told everyone to take the Cresselia heels off, and they will spend the rest of the challenge without heels. Anyways, I look sickening.
Aelita Stones, Flygon, and Blaze the Cat had a good runway.
For my runway this week, it's another dress my friends back home helped make for me. I'm wearing a long rhinestone gown. Various triangles, circles, octagons, rectangles and more have been hand-painted onto this gown. And I'm bringing a piece of Katic here with me.
For my geometric gorgeous runway look, I am dressed as a cube. The cube has various jewel detailing, to represent one of the 7 Sol Emeralds. It's very symbolic for me.
I am wearing a Pokeball bra with a Pokeball themed skirt. I honestly never thought I'd actually be judged on this runway look specifically.
Queens, first I want to apologize for the heels we provided you with. We just took Cresselia's word they were safe for use. For that reason, we will not be judging based on any slip-ups caused by the heels you wore.
Ridiculous. Regardless of the heels, each of you should have walked the runway without fault. Each of you failed in my eyes, and I think it's utterly ridiculous any of you have the gall to stand here before me wasting my time. Is this what you call all-star level Blanley? Because I'm honestly unimpressed.
You know what? Get out.
Excuse me?
I am tired of hearing you whine, threatening my production crew, and I will not have you here insulting our queens. Get out, now.
I will get you fired. Ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous.
Alright, now that that's over, when I call your name step forward. Sonia Nevermind, Julika Kufane, Devin, and Keith. The 4 of you are safe and may go untuck. The rest of you represent the tops and bottoms of the week.
I thought I would be in the top this week, but I'm just safe, again.
Now I'll begin the critiques, starting with Aelita Stones. Aelita, I want to take a chance to talk about your runways. So far, I've been rather impressed by how you've performed in the challenges, but I worry your runways are not matching up with your performance. Now I see your concept, yes. But I look around this stage and I see elevation. I've seen you come out in better outfits than this, and I am worried there might be a taste issue with you this season. My Valentine. Now this is stunning. The simplicity of the outfit is serving you, and it's drawing my eye exactly where you want it to go. This is how you drop jaws on the runway. I would wear this on the red carpet. Great job. Blaze the Cat. Now Blaze, forgive me for this, but this is a bedazzled box. While this is campy in a way, it hardly what is expected on the All-Stars stage. I'm not sure what the concept is beyond just a blocky diamond. Is this a Minecraft reference? My confusion illustrates my point. I'm not getting your perspective with this outfit, and that's an issue. Roberta Tubbs. Roberta, this is marvelous. This high-concept outfit is exactly what I was hoping to see. It's geometric, it's art. It's so much to look at. And it just draws your eyes exactly where you want it to go. Great job tonight, Roberta. Marie Kanker. Marie, this concept was genius. Coming out as a fruit really made you stand out among the competition. I remember back on season 1 being put to sleep by your runway package, and now I can say I'm so proud of you. This is marvelous. Great job tonight. Flygon. Flygon, this is a bra and a skirt. And since this is a runway challenge, and since you also don't have the proportions for that, I'm afraid that's a cardinal sin of Toon madness. And after you nailed your reintroduction last week, I have to say I was bored when you came out tonight. And finally, Julie. What a showstopper. This gown is so beautiful, and your proportions are just right. I do want to take a moment to congratulate you on the improvements you've made. Your proportions and makeup were already good to begin with, but I can tell you've really taken the time to hone your detailing even further. Great job, Julie. Alright, I've made some decisions. My Valentine, Marie Kanker. Congratulations, you are the top 2 queens of the week. Flygon, Blaze the Cat. You are the bottom 2 queens of the week. I will give you time to go plea your cases.
Now I've gotten my first win ever in Toon Madness. That's exactly what I mean when I say what you do on the stage matters.
Winning my first challenge, and having 2 flops in the bottom 2. This is looking like a great night for me.
Why hello Blaze.
Hello Mai, and I just want to start by congratulating you on your victory.
Well thank you. First, hard stop, I just won my first challenge ever on Toon Madness. I am living, but now, that means I've got to choose a queen to send home. It's a tough choice, one I've watched Pegasus make countless times. But I am up for the task. Now Blaze, let's cut right to the chase. Why should I keep you?
Because keeping me is the fair choice. I won last week's challenge. Would you really send a queen home over one bad runway they brought?
I would, yes. That doesn't mean I'm sending you home. It's just I'm a judge. I have to factor in everything.
I understand. What do you mean yes? And she said it so quickly. I'm not sure what's going through Mai's head right now.
Are you nervous Marie will choose your lipstick tonight?
I'm not nervous because I know that bitch is choosing my lipstick. She's been a nightmare all day. I hope you wipe the floor with her in the lip sync.
Assuming I choose to keep you?
I'm not nervous because I know that bitch is choosing my lipstick. She's been a nightmare all day. I hope you wipe the floor with her in the lip sync.
I just haven't made a decision. I got to keep my options open.
Well, I sincerely hope you realize keeping me over Flygon is the right decision. Mai is giving me nothing right now. I'm not sure if I trust her to keep me, and I need her to keep me.
Hello Marie, I see Arceus has smiled down on you tonight.
Cut the bullshit, your act is piss poor.
I beg your pardon, I'm just a humble Pokemon queen who's been blessed to witness the light of Arceus.
So has everyone. Arceus was a guest judge here once. Why are you only having a change of heart now, when a few weeks ago I went to Hoenn and the girls were telling me that the night before you used Sandstorm to ruin Melodic's dress?
You don't understand. Melodic is a Giratina worshipper.
I don't even know who that is.
Listen, I'd love to take the time to explain the intricacies of Pokemon Church to you, but this is a competition. Can I make a plea?
I don't know, can you?
I am tempted to use Sandstorm here and now on this bitch. Try lip syncing while you're coughing up gallons of sand. But, she might not choose my lipstick tonight. First off, I'm not Blaze.
But do I trust Blaze more than you?
Second, I'm not coming for you.
I don't trust a word of that, but keep going.
Third, literally every other queen will eliminate me if they get the chance. Blaze will skate by until she gets another chance to eliminate you.
Is that it?
It is.
Flygon, I want you to hear me loud and clear. Any decision tonight I make has nothing to do with what you said. I don't like you, and I don't trust you. And I'd honestly rather eliminate both of you tonight. So don't try to pretend you're some changed Pokemon around me, because I give zero fucks about what you have to say.
Hello, Flygon.
Hello, Mai. You're looking beautiful.
Thank you. Your wings are looking, good I think. I don't know what Flygon wings are supposed to look like.
You don't meet many Flygons because it's hard for them being eclipsed by me, the top bitch.
I love the energy, but it's not very born again Arceus worshipper of you.
Well, some habits die harder than others.
So tell me, why should I keep you?
Because I still have something to prove. I know you can relate to having to come back and show the world they didn't see the true you before. And I need to show people how much I have evolved as a person.
Now I do relate, and that's great and all. But I don't just want the feel-good stories. Give me the tea, give me the dirt.
I also think you should keep me because Blaze is a dumb bitch who doesn't have the guts to own she wanted to play it dirty.
Well, that's all I needed to hear. Thank you, Flygon, you made this decision easy for me. I had a great conversation with Flygon, and I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Oh, it's so over for Blaze. Mai was eating out of the palm of my hand.
Let's get this over with.
And I am going to be the one to end it. I promise you that.
Oh, sure bitch. I love that I came back to All Stars just to get pushed out by you and your pettiness.
Save it for your therapist. If she's any good, she already knows of me.
Is that the Kanker motto?
No, the Kanker motto is that I'm not a weak bitch.
I never said weak, dumb, annoying, ugly, rude, and downright a horrible person. But I never said weak.
Enjoy your last moments in this competition, because you will never walk through those doors again.
I also lied that first day. I have heard of the trailer park venue. It's just no one wants to perform in a bar that's empty.
Good, we could use less uptight bitches in Peach Creek anyway. I honestly don't know if I'm going to be picking Blaze's lipstick. She's fun to mess with, plus Flygon might be a worse pick to save. But she came for me, and I do not want to let that slide.
This decision was so easy. I don't understand why everyone was stressing out last week over it.
I picked my poison, and I'm ready to make my choice fate. Start the music already. I want a $10,000 tip.
2 queens stand before me. Prior to tonight, you were asked to prepare a lip-sync performance to Bloody Mary by Lady Gaga. Ladies, this is your last chance to impress me, win a tip of $10,000, and earn the power to give one of the bottom queens the chop. The time has come for you to lip-sync. For your legacy, good luck, and don't fuck it up. Marie Kanker slayed the lip-sync. My Valentine had a good lip-sync. I've made my decision. Marie Kanker. You're a winner, baby. My Valentine, you are safe to slay another day. You may step to the back.
The lip-sync assassin of Season 1 is keeping her crown, thank you. As if I could let Mai beat me in a lip-sync.
May the bottom 2 please step forward. Marie Kanker. With great power comes great responsibility. Who have you chosen to give the chop?
I considered giving a long-winded shady speech about how much of a bitch this queen is. But I will keep it nice and simple. I chose Blaze.
As it is written, so it shall be done. Blaze the cat, you will always be a Toon Madness all-star. Now, sashay away.
I had a great time with everyone. Except for Marie.
Well, I'm tired from doing the job of 3 people, aren't you? The rest of you may go untucked. Back in Untucked. The queens grab their cocktails and Diet Pepsi as they enter Untucked. The queens congratulate Mai and Marie for winning the challenge, and Mai adds she's very proud of Marie for winning that lip sync. Marie thanks her Flygon cuts in saying she's happy to give credit where it's due, but she'd like to know who Mai chose. Mai sighs, gets up, and says she's not backing away from this. She then reveals she chose Flygon's lipstick. Flygon's shocked, and Mai says she hasn't bought a word that has come out of Flygon's mouth since they've come here. Flygon says she has been genuine with everyone, and Keith asks if that's the truth. Flygon is silent for a moment, and then asks around the room if no one thinks she deserves a second chance. Before she buzzes off to a different end of the workroom, Mai turns to Marie and tells her she'd like her to know she would choose Flygon's lipstick again and again. Marie says she respects it, and the queens split off across Untucked. Keith, Devin, and Julika are drinking their Diet Pepsi, when Devin asks Keith why he doesn't like Flygon. Keith says because she is a nightmare. Devin says she was a nightmare. Keith tells Devin he's not giving Flygon a second chance. Devin asks if he's sure, and Keith groans. Julika changes the subject, and asks the two for advice. She explains the situation with Sonia, Roberta, and Mai to them. Devin says he probably shouldn't be giving out advice, since he's the messiest queen from his season here, which gets a chuckle from the two. Keith says that it's not a good thing that Sonia is isolating herself. He tells Julika she should stand by here, but not in a way that she has to choose between Sonia and Mai and Roberta. Devin says she should tell them the truth about how she feels to them as well. Julika thanks them, then goes off to find Sonia. Aelita pulls Julie aside and asks her what they should do now that Blaze is gone. Julie says that Aelita should branch out to Marie now that she's not in the middle of their feud. Aelita says she doesn't really want to partner up with Marie right now, not after how she treated Blaze. Julie says she understands, but it's a competition, and they still got to get through to the top 4 together. Aelita sighs and says she'll talk to Marie. Marie, Mai, and Roberta are sharing a drink. Marie reveals she almost picked Flygon's lipstick, and that she basically told Flygon to her face that she's a fraud. Roberta coughs on her drink, and Mai asks for Marie to spill the tea. Marie tells them what she told Flygon, and Mai laughs. Roberta tells Marie that she has to admit she is frustrated with her. Marie asks why, and Mai says Blaze. Marie rolls her eyes, and Roberta says she has to admit she went a little crazy. Marie says she's a canker sister, she already is crazy. She adds she wasn't just going to let Blaze get away with choosing her lipstick. Roberta says okay and takes a sip of her drink. Sonia is sitting alone and Untucked when Flygon comes over. Flygon asks Sonia how she's doing. Sonia says she's not in the mood. Flygon asks if she got into a fight with Julika. Sonia sighs and admits she's not exactly thrilled with who Julika is spending time with. Flygon pulls Sonia into a hug, and tells her it's alright. Flygon tells her that Julika is a bad friend, and she doesn't need to be spending time with someone who isn't looking out for her. Sonia thanks Flygon for being there for her when Julika comes over. Flygon sees Julika and says she has to go to the bathroom, and leaves. Julika asks Sonia if she's lost her goddamn mind by spending time with Flygon. Sonia says that's rich since she is buddying up to the queens who have been putting her down. Julika tells Sonia that she didn't even tell her what was said until she shouted it out to Mai and Roberta. Julika adds she hasn't really spent time with them since, and that she isn't the one trying to be buddy-buddy with a known cheater. Sonia says she's willing to give Flygon a second chance, and Julika shakes her head, and tells Sonia she needs to take a walk because everything she's saying is insane, and walks off.